What are some examples of DNA viruses?
So some examples of DNA viruses are smallpox, chickenpox, herpes, human papillomaviruses.
Okay.
And some examples of RNA viruses are polio, mumps, measles. So in general, the RNA viruses mutate a lot faster. But what happens with coronavirus? Coronaviruses are very large for RNA viruses compared to other RNA viruses. And instead of mutating, or we thought, instead of mutating so quickly, they don't mutate that quickly because they have a repair mechanism built into their genome, their genetic instructions, which means if a mistake is made when copies of the RNA is made, it can be repaired.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't expect coronaviruses to mutate that quickly, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is that the virus is mutating at least twice as fast as we originally thought, probably even more.
Wow.
And so far there have been 12,000 mutations. I had mentioned 2,000, but I got my numbers wrong. It's
Wow.
12,000, I double checked.
Wow.
12,000 mutations since the original virus was described. And so that means that we are causing variants. That's where we see variants. Now, there are different types of mutations, right? You can have a mutation that is beneficial to the virus, allows greater infectivity or immune escape. It's beneficial to the host where, the virus doesn't get inside, or it doesn't matter. So most of the mutations are nonsense. They don't matter. But when you have that many mutations, when you're looking at 12,000 mutations, statistically, you're going to have some that are trouble. So that's what's happening. We're getting we're having trouble because we're allowing that virus to propagate in unvaccinated people, right? And allowing it to mutate, and then that means that it goes back to someone, even if they've had a vaccine and they get sick, but they're not going to get severely sick and they are not going to end up in the hospital. We can talk about the analogy. Do I have time to talk about the analogy?
Yeah, let's talk about the analogy, and then if we need